Good Friday afternoon to you. Yeah, winter officially not even arriving until December 21st, but pretty sure we broke a snowfall record for today. We might break one for tomorrow as well for the date. We are dealing still with a chance of a rain-snow mix throughout parts of the region throughout the afternoon. Again, amping overnight into tomorrow. Daytime high today for Kingston, +2. We should be at 6 degrees. That's +6 for this time of year, so below average, and overnight dropping down to -1. Now, the bulk of the snow squall activity is happening in upper New York State. We caught the fringes up and down the Seaway overnight and earlier this morning, and it will be intermittent tomorrow as well. And by Sunday afternoon, we should be catching a break. It gives you a nice time to shovel if you haven't done so already. But I draw your attention to what's happening around Georgian Bay. They are dealing with snow squall activity for the next several days. They're looking at around 40 centimeters of snow. So like I always said, no matter how bad it gets here, it's always worse someplace else. Belleville, good afternoon to you. You'll climb to 3 degrees today, 0 tomorrow with 15 to 20 centimeters beginning overnight, -3 on Sunday with some sunny periods. And for Brockville, good Friday afternoon to you. You'll climb to 2 degrees today with another 2 to 4 centimeters of a wet snow still to come. 25 total centimeters accumulation for you beginning overnight into tomorrow as you climb to just 0. And a cold Sunday for you. Even though you have some sunshine, you'll only get to around -2 again. +6 is the average high for this time of year. Smiths Falls, 2 degrees today, 2 to 4 centimeters of a wet snow. +1 on Saturday, up to 5 centimeters, same conditions, and then -2 on Sunday with a mix of sun and clouds. Now Kingston, again, below average for the next 5 days. We do warm up by Monday to +4. Getting there though. Today, 2 degrees, up to 5 centimeters still to come, and then 5 to 10 centimeters overnight into tomorrow. Getting to just that one single lonely degree. -2 on Sunday, enjoy a mix of sun and clouds, and then 4 on Monday, still dealing with a mix of snow and a little bit of rain. 3 on Tuesday, sun trying to poke through a mostly cloudy sky.
A winter storm, and the worst may be yet to come. Snow squall advisories remain in place from Kingston to Prince Edward County. The county could get up to 60 centimeters of snow this weekend. Megan King has more.
I went out and got a brush today. Woke up, my car was covered in snow.
For Kingstonians like Taylor Rushforth, this morning meant waking up to school buses canceled and a snow squall warning.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have to get up earlier, get ready earlier so I can get out and take time to get the snow off my car.
An extra step in the morning routine that won't be going anywhere anytime soon. Environment Canada is forecasting snowfall accumulations of 15 to 30 centimeters by Sunday morning in the Kingston area and 30 to 60 centimeters for Prince Edward County.
We've had great weather in November up until this point, so normally when we get a good stretch of good weather later in the fall season, we pay the price going into December, so we were expecting to be active here.
Kingston's snow removal team consists of 37 road plows that cover 1,800 kilometers and 16 sidewalk units that cover 650 kilometers. The team of 90 to 100 staff members that run the 24/7 operation says they're motivated to get out and get started on what will be a long 4-month operation.
We've luckily got a break in the weather here today to get cleaned up from last night's event, and then we'll start preparing. We'll have salt delivered today to have our supplies fully stocked for the weekend.
McDonald says that the best way that Kingstonians can help city staff clear the roadways is by refraining from parking on the streets. Now, while winter road restrictions don't begin until December 1st, this will help them make it quicker and easier for all. Megan King, Global News, Kingston.
Meantime, a potentially historic snowstorm is hammering Buffalo and its surrounding area today. An estimated 3 feet of snow is expected to fall in western New York State as a lake-effect snow belt moves in. A state of emergency has already been declared there. Anthony Farnell shuffled off to Buffalo to show us how bad it is.
We're finally getting a break in the action here just south of Buffalo after a relentless snow squall has battered the area since late yesterday evening, leaving anywhere from 2 to 3 feet. That's 60 to 90 centimeters of snow. And last night especially, it was heavy, it was wet. And that's the problem. A lot of vehicles in this parking lot have been stuck. And as we've ventured out on the roads, there are cars that have gone into ditches. There's even an ambulance that needed a group of people to try and help get out of a snowbank, and that is a scene that's just playing out everywhere. That includes emergency vehicles. Now, the snow is expected to get a little bit lighter, fluffier. It's going to blow around a lot. This lull isn't going to last too long. As that squall moves back up towards the north, towards Buffalo, another 1 to 2 feet expected by late tonight, giving totals of 3 to as much as 5 feet of snow. There have also been power outages because tree branches have come down, and over 100,000 people in Erie County, New York alone in the dark riding out this storm on generators. So what is going to happen after this? Well, as the winds start to switch, it's Ontario's time, and we're going to see some snow squalls into the Niagara region, places like Kingston, Prince Edward County, and it's also snowing heavily up towards the Bruce Peninsula, Georgian Bay, Lake Huron. In fact, all 5 of the Great Lakes have had significant snow squalls as the water temperatures remain warm and some cold air is moving through for this time in November. From just south of Buffalo, I'm meteorologist Anthony Farnell.
All right, let's get the latest on the snow squall bands.
Yes, Bill Hall joins us now with a first look at the forecast. Bill, are we going to get Buffalo's weather?
Oh, certainly not. No, they're already up to about 4 feet of snow, and we're certainly not going to see that. We've already got about 8 centimeters, and it looks like tomorrow another 10 to 15 centimeters through the morning. Now, that's not the last of that snow squall watch. We're going to hang on to that until the wee hours of Sunday morning, because you could see even more throughout the evening and overnight, Saturday into Sunday morning. And our totals here in Kingston could get up to, or even exceed in some parts, to 30 centimeters of snow. We're going to find a little bit of break and some clearing for some of us during the day Sunday, but for other parts of our region, they may not. They could see even more snow squalls, and we'll tell you why in just a few minutes with your full forecast.
First Weather is brought.
A good bit of snow for the region today, and it looks like that chance of snow will continue for a while yet. We've got that snow squall watch in effect still, and it's probably going to last till sometime in the wee hours of the morning Sunday. That's right, Saturday night into Sunday morning it still continues. Windy with blowing snow too, so it's going to be thrown back in your face again. Cooling and clearing for Sunday. But as we're seeing a bit of sunshine and drop in temperatures, other areas in our region may still be getting some squalls, and we'll point that out and why in just a moment. And look out for a milder work week ahead. Yeah, temperatures are going to come back up a little bit as we move into the work week. But yeah, for now, on the cool side, it did get up to 2 or 3 degrees in the region today, and that's why a lot of the snow, if you didn't shovel it right away, it just sort of melted. You didn't have to. 3 degrees in Brockville, a little cooler to the north, -1 for a daytime high in Smiths Falls, and -4 in Ottawa, 2 in Peterborough, 2 for Oshawa, and a +1 in Toronto. That low that brought the snow is now going to go out of the way. However, there's still some troughing behind it, and because of that, we see some flurries tonight. Another low, a double low, and a frontal boundary moving through, bringing more snow again tomorrow. And so the primary times for this active weather seems to be sort of first thing in the morning or late at night, overnight. And as we get Sunday, as we get into another low moving through, the worst this is going to do is maybe give us 30 or 40% probability of flurries in the early hours. But as Sunday progresses for Belleville, Kingston, you might actually get a little bit of sunshine. Brockville, everybody that way, probably going to see a mix of sun and cloud thanks to this ridge of high pressure building in behind it. But for others, and we'll point that out now, you could see more snow. The reason they're saying Prince Edward County could see up to 60 centimeters by the time this is done, and this is why. So here we are now this evening with that chance of flurries as the night progresses. Boom, you get into squall central again, and that continues on and off through the day. Seems to be worse first thing in the morning, and then again overnight Saturday into Sunday morning, and then the shift takes place, and then you start getting streamers off of Lake Huron, more specifically Georgian Bay here, and these streamers through Peterborough and down to Prince Edward County continue. And so that's why, while we're basking in a mix of sun and cloud on Sunday afternoon. They're going to be getting nailed by this other system. And this is reaching quite far. Perth Smiths Falls looking at weather advisories. They don't have the snow squall watches, which will certainly be upgraded to warnings when those squalls kick in, but they're still seeing considerable amount of snow, 5 to 10 centimeters up that way. And those squalls, like I had predicted yesterday, strong enough that they're going as far as Brockville to bring a little bit of snow. But the worst of it, as you can see, Prince Edward County, thanks to that northerly flow, once things shift, are getting the worst of it. They've got warnings, not just watches. It's a little more serious for them. Currently sitting at a +1 in Kingston, humidity about 52%, and there's a bit of cloud out there. We're counting on a few flurries tonight. 8 centimeters as a result of the snow we got. I think we were calling for like 2 to 4 in the overnight and 2 to 4 through the morning. So we were on the high end with 8 centimeters. We did get a quick squall, and so it's certainly not as bad as it could have been through the overnight, but it's not over yet. That squall continues, that squall watch rather continues, and we've got a bit of a mess still to contend with. Belleville, you can see, 20 to 30 centimeters of snow as a result of the squalls. You may get caught in that shift too from the north, just like Prince Edward County could, probably not quite as severe. Sunday, it's -3 and a 40% chance of some mixed precipitation still for you. Hoping late day you might get a crack in that cloud, but Monday 40% probability again and milder up to a +3. So everybody cools down a bit on Sunday. Brockville, you're up to 1, and 10 to 20 centimeters of snow possibly for you still. Even though the squalls aren't quite as intense for you, you will be seeing some accumulation. Sunday, a mix of sun and cloud, -2, much cooler. Monday, it's +3 and mixed precipitation at a 70% probability. And in Smiths Falls, +1 tomorrow. We've got about 5 to 10 centimeters of snow for you. Could be mixed with some freezing rain for Sunday, a mix of sun and cloud with a high -3, +2 Monday, and mixed precipitation at a good 60% probability. Kingston, you're looking at quite a bit, 15 to 25 centimeters of snow by the time it wraps up sometime late Saturday night into Sunday morning, hoping before sunup that we get into a bit of sunshine. A mix of sun and cloud on Sunday, a bit cooler, only a high -2, dropping to -7 that night rather. Monday, it's up to a +3 and back into about a 40% chance of precipitation. Could be mixed, but nice to see the temperature coming up a little bit. The advanced showing, 3 again, mostly cloudy Tuesday. Wednesday up to 4 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud, much milder work week. And Thursday mostly cloudy, a high 2. The chance of mixed precipitation returning Friday with a high of 4. Now your weather wallpaper. Here's the snowy covered trail to Big Sandy Bay on Wolf Island. Thanks to Linda Murphy for sending this in. Just some of the frosty covered landscape that was what we woke up to this morning. And here is a nice shot of Big Sandy Bay. Look at those blue
Surf's
clouds.
up.
Yeah, very stormy
little bit.
horizon there. Yeah, thanks Linda for sharing your photos. If you've got pictures, please share them with us at submissions@ckwstv.com. And if you or your neighbors are decorating your home for the holidays, we would love to see those lights. Please nominate yourself or your neighbors. Send in that address, phone number, any contact information you get. We'd love to see some photos too of those houses if you're out for an evening walk. Get a nice, beautiful, bright shot of those lit homes.
Right, because the Holiday Lights Tour
That is correct.
will start on December 5th.
And run until the 23rd. For 15 stops, I will be doing the Holiday Lights Tour. Once again, it's become a beautiful tradition from year to year.
Oh, it certainly
here at
brightens up the season, Bill. Timing is everything when you're talking about snow squalls and snow bands and all that stuff. So not just for weekend travel plans, but for the Santa Parade. There's several in this region, but Kingston's is Saturday, 5 p.m. What do you think the weather's going to be like at that time?
Could be a little breezy. I don't think we're going to see squalls. If you get anything of a light flurry, I think that's sort of the lull. It seems to be, we're predicting the strongest, more intense weather through the overnight hours. Okay. After midnight, before sunup, you seem to see that sort of intensify. So I'm not saying you won't get any wind or snow and blowing snow, but as far as getting smacked in the head with a squall while you're trying to see Santa, that I don't think that will happen for that 5 to 6:30, 7 o'clock hour.
Good to know. And we'll find out what's in store. Bill, this has been a wild month so far. It started off so nice, and now we're it's like we've moved right to January.
Yes.
In the 10-day outlook coming up later. Thanks, Bill. By the way, Paul. Bill, I'm afraid to ask, what's in the next 10 days? Hopefully some better weather?
Well, it's certainly not as intense weather as we've been having and what we're yet to get. Looks like snow squall watch still in effect for the region. We could see 15 to 25 centimeters by the time it wraps up late Saturday night into Sunday morning. Tomorrow it's +1 as we deal with the wind and blowing snow. 2 degrees for a high on Sundays. We get a mix of sun and cloud. Our neighbors in Ckws West, Prince Edward County, and up through Peterborough may see more snow as Georgian Bay dumps some squalls their way. Monday it's 3 degrees and mixed precipitation up to 3 again Tuesday, and mostly cloudy. For Wednesday it's a high 4 and a mix of sun and cloud, much milder through the work week. High 2 Thursday, Friday up to 4, and the chance of precipitation returning again in the form of mixed precipitation. More of that over next weekend and into Monday too, with a high of 2 degrees.
So there's still a sliver of hope that can finish raking the leaves. If it gets mild and stays mild and more of that snow melts, right?
You're past due.
I'm past due.
Yeah.
You just got to
That's
leave
a blanket
them now.
statement, isn't it?
Yep.
Just bury it in the snow and forget about it.
They'll be there in the spring.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be waiting for you, yeah.
We'll be right back.
In big chunks.
You're watching CKWS News at 11.
Well, we broke a record for snowfall today, 8 centimeters. Yesterday's snowfall on record in 92 on that day was 5 centimeters, and the record on this day back in 1980 was 2.3. So 7.3 centimeters, the 2 days combined, we got 8 centimeters. So yeah, we broke a bit of a record. It's not usual to have a big blast of winter like this early. It was almost like Mother Nature just flipped that switch. We went from a sort of late summer to winter. And now low pressure moving out of the way, making room for more low pressure. And so there is another flow out of the west. That's going to trigger more snow squalls for the region. We are looking at that snow squall watch staying in place until sometime early Sunday morning before they lift it. And all because of this low. Another low coming in with a cold front, hoping that this one won't do so much, but maybe 30-40% chance of flurries. But what will happen is a ridge of high pressure building behind it might give us a little bit of sunshine on Sunday, for some of us anyway. Belleville, you're looking at precipitation, high 0 and snow tomorrow. You could see 20 to 30 centimeters for Sunday. 40% chance of mixed precipitation, hoping for a couple cracks in that cloud. A little bit of sunshine. For Monday, it's 3 degrees and a 40% chance of mixed precipitation. The reason you could be seeing a little more Belleville is because Georgian Bay will be starting to get streamers as the winds become more northwesterly on Sunday instead of that southerly flow. Brockville hoping for a mix of sun and cloud by Sunday. But then before you get there, 10 to 20 centimeters of snow could reach you as well. Monday, it's a high of 3, and yeah, you're looking at mixed precipitation, 70% probability. And in Smiths Falls, a high 1 with mixed precipitation tomorrow. A good chunk of that will be snow, 5 to 10 centimeters. For Sunday, it's a break from the precipitation, but cooler, high -2 and a bit of sunshine. Monday, it's cloudy with a high 2 and a 70% chance of snow showers and even a risk of freezing rain. Kingston, you're looking at maybe 15 to 25 centimeters of snow if those snow squalls kick in. Santa Parade tomorrow could be a little messy. Sunday, mix of sun and cloud, a high -2, so a bit cooler with sunshine. Then we're back to some precipitation Monday. Milder conditions for the work week as we get up to 4 by Wednesday, 2 on Thursday, mostly cloudy. The chance of precipitation returns Friday.